Nobody's coming to save you. Only you can save you. And you must fight tooth and nail to be ready, to be able to stand up and fight for you. Fight for what you need. I find in this world today, too many people abdicate their responsibility to, whether that be doctors, their boss, the government, whoever. Oh, that's not my problem. I'll let someone else deal with it. Oh, someone else can fix this for me. Someone else can sort this out. All these kinds of things. No, you have to be willing to not only stand up and fight for you, you must be willing to put in the work and be ready in any situation, whatever might arise, to battle for yourself. And that includes, well, doing things like working out, like training, like practicing so hard that the game of life is easy. And I think this is one of those things that too many times people just go, oh, well, A, I'll deal with it when I get to it, or B, I just don't want to face that, and they put their head in the sand. And they just blindly accept what is coming is coming. But you must stand up and you must fight for what you need, what you must get out of it. And I had this thought today because, so I have worked with a few disabled people. It's one of the things that I like helping. They really need the extra help and support, and they gain so much from the strength, the conditioning, those kinds of things, and it's an incredible experience. And one of the guys that I work with, his family asked me he sustained an injury through his physio, of all things, actually. And they asked me to go down to the hospital with him today to advocate for him, to be there for emotional support and to advocate and talk to the doctors and things, just as a friend, as someone to support and stand up for him. Because it's happened 2 weeks ago, this injury. And this is what brought this thought process on about, advocating for yourself. So 2 weeks ago, he was working with a physio and went through an exercise, and I'm not sure of the full circumstances, but something transpired, and the guy I work with heard a loud crack in his leg. And the physio was like, oh, no, it's fine. This guy's in immense pain, just unbelievable amounts of pain. But the physio's like, no, you're fine, it's fine, all that kind of stuff. So a couple of days go past and his family's like, no, I think he needs more. So they take him up to the local hospital. They go, oh, well, it's probably in your knee. Quick x-ray of the knee. OH&S nightmare, by the way. Like, this kid's full wheelchair bound. All that kind of stuff. OH&S nightmare. But they get it done. They're like, oh, maybe there's a hairline fracture in your kneecap. And I'm like, that seems highly implausible, but sure. But that's not where he's getting pain. He's getting radiating pain through the thigh, through the quad, a little bit of the IT band, these kinds of things. So the hospital and the physio were like, oh, just chuck a splint on it. Should be good, mate. Should be right. Just wait it out. Thankfully, this family had enough to go, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem to be the right thing. And so, as I said, they called another hospital and they asked me to go in to bat for them, to support this kid and to, talk to the doctors about it. So we go down, we get another x-ray done on the knee. Oh, that's clear. Hey, can we really, push for this? The pain's not at the knee. Can we get some other scans done while we're here? So we push forward. We get the x-rays done. Turns out he has broken his femur. This kid has been moving around for nearly 2 weeks on a broken femur. It's fully sheared. Like, you can see the shearing of it. Kid is a goddamn trooper. Like, just, we're all in awe of this kid who's been like, oh, it's a bit painful on a broken femur. So what went from, hey, let's get you another check, maybe some physio, that kind of stuff, turns into immediate orthopedic surgery. This kid's getting a pin put in to basically shore up his femur tomorrow. But if this kid and this family didn't believe in advocating for themselves, didn't believe in standing up and fighting for what they believe was right, standing up and fighting to be that version of themselves, well, he could have died. This could have gone on for untold length of time. And the doctors were already shocked that there was an immense further damage that had happened. And as I said, this is what brought this on. That, well, everyone was telling them to just sit back and accept it. To sit back and go, well, that's your lot in life. It's going to hurt for a while. We'll chuck it in this brace and do a little bit of physio and she'll be right, mate, and we'll move on and just move on with your life. And they said, no, this doesn't feel right. And I think this is where we need to get to, that too many of us just go, well, this is my lot in life. This is where I'm at. Pain or, discomfort or the body or the job or the finances or the relationship or whatever area it might be. You just go, well, this is it. And the world tells you to suck it up and accept that this is your lot in life and such is life. But the answer is no. The answer is that you need to be the advocate for you. And you need to be the one to stand up and go, not only do I want more, I deserve more. I need to have more. You also need to accept on the back end of that is that you're going to face doubters, you're going to face haters, you're going to face people who are going to tell you, why do you need more? Don't worry about those. You stand your ground and you fight for it. Like, I've had this discussion many times before. I believe, as a father, it is your duty, your honor, and your obligation to be in the greatest shape physically possible. It is a requirement that you are looking after your health and fitness every single day. Not a nicety, not would be cool. It is a requirement. And many people go, oh, well, you should just be happy with where you're at. Like, you don't need that to be a great dad. No, you do, actually. You do. You are setting the standard for your children. I can guarantee you that there are physical things that they want you to do. And if you aren't in great shape, you will not be able to do it. Or they might not be able to do it because you didn't set the standard early enough to make sure that they were doing exercise, that they were out there, physically active. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What you show them matters, especially when they're young, especially pre-5. Before they go to school, if they go to school, or if you homeschool them, whatever your choice is. Pre that, my God, the impact you can have on your kids and their future is astronomical. And it matters. It matters so much. And it's why you must stand up and fight for the greatest version of you. You must stand up and go, I'm not willing to accept and tolerate this poor version of me. I'm not willing to continue letting this shitty version be what passes for okay. No, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to be the greatest version of myself. And that means sacrificing things. And people get really squishy about this. They get really put out and their nose out of joint. Because they're like, I don't want to have to sacrifice things. You're sacrificing things that don't matter. You're sacrificing the unimportant for the things that could change, not even could, will. If you follow through enough, will change your life for the better. You're sacrificing things that are detrimental to your life, to the things that are going to build the most incredible future for you. That matters. You must step up and command this of yourself, of the universe, of life. I command the greatest version of myself, and now I'm going to do what is necessary for that to come into being. This isn't something that's just going to fall in your lap. You must command it of the world, of the universe, and then take the actions that align with that. And I think too many men are like, well, I'm better than Bobby down the road. Cool. Fuck Bobby. Nobody gives a shit about Bobby. What matters is you, and you being the best version. Just because you're better than someone else doesn't mean that you're actually stepping up into your potential. It doesn't mean that you've done the work and stepped fully into who you could and should be. They are vastly, vastly different things. But too many people want to go do the reverse of keeping up with the Joneses. You know, you're keeping up with the Deros down the road. No, you need to step up and be the better version. You need to be the best version of you. And it doesn't matter about anyone else. I can't believe I have to have these conversations with adults. And that's what I'm trying to teach my 3-year-old at the moment, that we don't care what other people do. We focus on what we do, because it's about us and about who we are and about being the best versions of who we can be. It doesn't matter what other choices other people make. And if they don't agree with it and they want to, stand up and point fingers and call names or tell you to get back to who you were, tell them to fuck right off and step into your power. Stand firm in who you are. Stand firm in what needs to be done. Stand firm in taking that stand and advocate for the greatest version of you. Not the weak version that has been playing out, for the strongest and most dedicated and disciplined version of you. And keep showing up and keep advocating for yourself and keep standing firm that you deserve better, that you know better, that you are worth more. It's time to step up and be the greatest version of yourself. But that isn't going to happen by accident. It's going to happen by you doing the work, by you standing firm and recognizing that where you are now is not good enough. Where you are now is not enough. And you need to do better. You need to be better. Because only you can stand up and fight for you. And until you're ready to take that stand, nothing is going to change. So until you're ready for that, well, actually, if you're ready for that, now is your moment. Now is the time for you. So if you're ready for that, click the link in my bio or comment demanding greatness, and let's change the game for you. Let's get you into being the man that you know you should be, because you are worth it. You are worth so much more, and now is your time. And I can't wait to see you then.